Okay, so staying in line with where she is in back, I'm going to bring that straight off. And that's matching her back up with it. People.
She offered with us.
She said she wants it air
want
dried.
it.
She said
Yeah,
she wants
she
it
doesn't
air
want
dried.
it. You can book her. Shantae, please.
Was it an A-line before? No, that was.
Look, the sides don't reach anywhere near all of her length is in the back. How often do you guys tell your clients they should get a haircut? I tell my clients every 3 months. Other than a short haircut that you're keeping up with the look, say long hair. You gotta keep in mind, I've seen so many people that were, clients were trying to grow their hair out and the hairdressers would cut it every 6 weeks. They cut off exactly what they grew. That is not the way to grow your hair out. So keep in mind, hair grows about 1/4 inch a month. And I always tell people it's like a field of tall grass. If you go through and look at grass that is, say, waist high, if you go through and hit it, you'll knock off all the tips. They'll break off because they're so fragile. But if you go in and cut it at a certain length, you could go in and slap it all day and won't break it off. Anybody that's trying to let their hair grow have got to get those ends cut at least every 3 months and get those skin, or it's never going to grow. It's going to push out from the roots no matter what you do, but the ends break off. Now I'm going to continue. But we'll razor the front, the whole front. We'll just do this last scissor.
Oh, we were never as cool.
I know.
The razor cutting is for more thicker hair. What would you suggest with thinner hair?
Point cutting with the scissors. You're cutting, like Valina said right now with the back. She was talking about chipping in with the scissors. She was talking about it's going like this. Coming down with the scissors. That's going to bulk her up. You've still got the hair coming to the same spot, but instead of every single hair hitting at the same time, by chipping down into it, and you can chip an inch or you can chip a 1/2 inch.
And don't go too deep because you'll.
That was about an inch. And it's just going to give her more volume here for her curl to play with. Some people that want it totally irregular, so we really should take this off. Because we want to keep everything in proportion with what's going on. So we took off that long piece just to know where we are. And it was right in the center. And I'm angling it so I don't take too much of that front. Good old days, huh? All right, I'm not going to really touch your length. I'm just going to give you some jagged ends in here.
Where did it break off from, coloring or?
Yeah, I bleached the front.
Doesn't everybody? Okay, now your next layer, I'm going to just touch it to blend it with the first layer, okay? And then when I cut bangs, I cut it in an oval.
Letting her bangs grow out.
I know that was the front bangs. I just razored to taper them, but this is behind it.
Oh.
And I'm blending you with what you have. It's to softly get longer. That way you won't have a short piece and then right behind it a long one. See, you're tapering up to it. And what I'm doing is staying with an oval shape. And I'm taking it just in the very center, because what I'm doing is framing your face this way. See how it ends up laying now? So they're still long, but they went behind it. Now this, I'm touching, because now your line will be tapered all the way up. See how we go short, longer, longer, longer? As you bring each layer behind, like Melina said a little while ago, the hair is traveling now to meet this. Now we decide, do we want to go that? Actually, I want to. Do you know why I'm going to bring that shorter? Because see how blunt that lays? Just when I took that last layer down, it just goes, because that was scissor cut. So it's just kind of a thick edge.
Since I had bleached pretty much about that much, some of it broke off.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
why that
that's-
line was
yeah.
off. That's why that line was completely off. All right, so I'm going to leave that alone for now. This one and this one, I'm making sure they're the same. And then this one and this one together. And them together. And then matching it this way. So that piece is coming off. We're matching the top line with the bottom line. And that's coming off. That's giving us that soft feathering. And I'm going to take some more. See, that's what you get to do with a razor. You can just softly, softly do what you're doing. Now, I'm not going to make this as short, because now all of a sudden we go to long pieces. There's my guideline underneath. See, so what we're doing is softly going back to this hair. What I want to do is blend her fringe in the front with the new hair we've cut in the back. And you can see the piece in the front is still longer because we didn't cut the front, remember? Right behind her ear. So in order to softly blend it, we can do that with a razor. We don't want to go as short as her front is, but we don't want a hard line that the scissor. Let's get this out of the way. And there's my back here, but the front is longer. But at the same time, we still want to be able to blend. So by softly razoring it, it gives me a soft line to blend into the back. I'm not even going to take that. So we're still going up to the short length. See where we are? But it's a softer feathering action. We're not having a hard line like our back has.
You guys have questions?
Like Valina said, you want to be able to pick up the hair from any point and have it be together. You don't want to pick up something and have a short one fall. Again, there's the back guideline, there's the front that hasn't been cut, but we want to softly blend that bang into feathering in the back. So all we're doing is taking a different line and actually this is more like finishing. Hmm? See, and even though I went in a roundabout way, we're still even. Hmm? Yeah, I come forward with it after.
Yeah, leave that whole top, and you'll you know, as you get more practice, you'll know not to leave it really thin here, and then this whole top's gonna be heavy. You have to be, you know, not have a heavy hand with your razor. Yeah, I go to like.
Would you go all the way to the?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, with really thick hair. Yeah,
pinning
I've
you
even.
a little more on
you guys
the
have thinning
side.
shears?
Because
I've
you don't
even,
have
you know,
the
I mean,
same
when you get more
thickness as
comfortable
the
with
other
cut,
side.
you know, you can't see it this close to the root, you know what I mean? So when, yeah,
Okay,
when you get more
Chickadee, you're
comfortable,
gonna have
you'll
somebody
do it,
dry you?
'cause you don't wanna leave holes in it.
I didn't really touch your bangs, I just
Yeah,
thinned
they
them out
can't,
right near your
they can't, do anything with that.
And should we go a little shorter on your fringe? No?
Yeah.
I think you can go a little too thick. It's too much hair there. There, that's better. All right, I think that'll do you. A little trick to give you some volume on top. Get a 1/4 inch wide piece, like that. Dip it, drop it back down. See where that bend is? Right at that bend, go in and chip out some pieces of hair. What that does is give you a spiking right at that place you need it, and you're gonna find lift right there.
But be careful how you,
Yeah, you saw.
angle your razor, because you can take a hole.
Yeah, and I only
Out of the
chipped, if you notice, I just took a little piece right at that bend. That's where the hair wants to stand up before it caves down on the other side. And I took out that much hair. And it's going to automatically give her some lift. You can do that wherever you have somebody, like I have, I need to do it again, where it lies flat on me right here. I'm always fighting to get height there. You can pick that line up right at that spot and dip and chip in there. But right there, you see how her hair, it's already lifting on top. So that's a little trick to do on top. And like she said, the thinning out, you can do it the way she showed you. You also can pick the hair up this way and just touch it point cut or lightly touch it. But remember, the more pressure you put, the more hair you're taking. If you very lightly touch it, you're only taking out that much hair. And that's it. Gonna get somebody to